South Africa has been celebrating 20 years of democracy this year, stressing its achievements over the last 2 decades. But to some, it's the next 20 years that matter the most. They argue that the country needs a radical shift in approach to boost the current sluggish growth rates of below 2%.
Nigeria has recently surpassed this nominal GDP. Now, GDP is a very simplistic measure, but at current growth rates, Nigeria will become a $1 trillion economy on current growth trajectory by 2025. At our current growth trajectory in South Africa, we will only double our GDP in 37 years' time. Clearly, speed matters, growth matters.
A lot of people have argued that the reindustrialization of the economy is the way to go, as this will boost the manufacturing sector and lead to massive job creation. The National Planning Commission also urges for greater focus on manufacturing, but it sees jobs and growth coming from the services sector rather than manufacturing.
Key argument is to say that we have competitive advantage in certain services where there is very large global growth, very impressive global growth, for example, in IT-enabled services. Out of the United States, as an example, the biggest global growth in IT-enabled services is in business services, where we're very strong. So over a decade, India created about 2.5 million jobs in that sector. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be taking advantage of those kinds of sectors. Countries like Turkey, Korea, Malaysia have powered ahead and have done very well.
The acting head of the Commission's Secretariat says the recent protracted strike at the platinum mines threatened to derail the country's focus on the NDP. But he points to the implementation of the employment tax incentive earlier this year as progress in the rollout of the plan.
In the next 2 to 3 weeks, government will release this medium-term strategic framework, which will outline in detail what government intends doing. But of course, one has to say that we also need to see the same level of resolve in other sectors to say how do we implement the plan in those various sectors. It is when we work together, it is when we utilize all our resources, put them behind the plan to achieve the vision that we have all embraced, that we will start to see a lot more difference than is currently the case, perhaps.
In his recent State of the Nation address, President Jacob Zuma set a growth target of 5% by 2019. Many say government will need to urgently sort out the energy, water and skills bottlenecks to achieve its ambition. Luta Mutluhelwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.